There's a love triangle brewing on Daredevil, and it's got everyone riled up. There's some confusion as to what Matt might do, and there's no one better to weigh in on the situation than the man himself. Join us as we tell you about Charlie Cox's 2 cents on the She-Hulk and Karen love triangle. We'll also be talking about Andrew Garfield's reaction to the actor mocking his Spider-Man. So stick around. First, the love triangle. Marvel made a lot of fans happy when they decided to bring Charlie Cox to She-Hulk as Daredevil. And what's even more surprising is that they had him dating the titular hero in the last 2 episodes. While we love a new ship as much as the next guy, there's just one teeny tiny problem. Charlie is all set to return in Daredevil Born Again, and everyone has one question. Where does Karen Page fit in the lawyer turned superhero's new relationship? And the more pressing one is, will Jen be accompanying Matt Murdock in the new Netflix show? Next, what does Charlie have to say about it? Lucky for us, there's one man who can answer all those questions for us. The English actor recently made an appearance at the German Comic-Con Winter Edition, where he laid it all out for the fans. Now, for those of you who didn't get a chance to attend the event, don't worry. Twitter user Murdoch Lorian got everyone covered on that front. According to them, Charlie leans more toward his co-star Deborah Ann Woll. He said that it doesn't get deeper than Karen Page with Matt Murdock. The MCU star then gave a shout out to his amazing co-star and told everyone how he actually sat down with Eldon Henson on the topic. In Charlie's eyes, Eldon and Deborah were the heartbeats of the show, and you know what? He can say that again. The show was a success because of them. And we think everyone is on the same page as Charlie when he says that regardless of what happens to everyone else, he's hoping that Eldon and Deborah will make a comeback and reprise their roles. Moving on, Karen and Foggy need to return. On that note, Karen and Foggy really need to return because, as Charlie said, they were the show's heart and soul. Sure, Charlie was the lead character, but where would he be without his best buds? These 2 characters were important for Matt's growth and had engaging, unique storylines that we'd love to delve into again. Of course, we also want to see how they react to their friend's new relationship as well. Now, could She-Hulk return? As we said, this is the fans' second most pressing question. After all, Jennifer did introduce her new beau to her family, so it's not really a fling. And last we checked, these 2 didn't part ways at the end of the season. With the way the MCU has been operating recently, many fans want Matt's fellow attorney to jump to Daredevil Born Again. Lucky for us, this is something that Maslany has campaigned for herself. Tatiana even joked about how she's all game to wait outside the set of the MCU revival show in her superhero costume in case they come calling. What's more, she's been constantly texting Cox about it as well. Lucky for everyone involved, the MCU actor is fully on board with the idea. He wants She-Hulk to make an appearance in the show, but what that would look like for him is still up in the air. Now, it is a good sign that both the main characters are supportive of the idea, but at the end of the day, the decision rests in the hands of the writers and producers. So let's hope they're on the same page as us as well. Before they say yes to the entire thing, the producers have to think long and hard about whether the reunion will work, and we think it just might. Charlie said that Daredevil Born Again is not just season 4 of the Netflix series, it's a whole different thing. And you know what that means? It means that the producers can go with a comic book storyline and explore the budding new relationship. Coming up, the details about the new show. Unfortunately, there's no trailer out for the new series yet, but there is a release date. You can expect the show to drop on your Disney Plus screens in spring 2024. Kevin Feige told everyone the good news himself at the San Diego Comic-Con earlier this year. Filming for the show hasn't started yet. According to the leakers, the Illuminerdi, it'll begin in New York City somewhere around February next year, and then they'll wrap it up by December, hopefully. As for who's returning, we only know about Charlie Cox and Vincent D'Onofrio's confirmed comebacks. The fate of the rest of the cast remains unknown at the moment. There is one new, fresh face on set, the one and only Michael Gandolfini, son of James Gandolfini. His role remains under wraps for now, but it's bound to be something major. With that said, we think Daredevil will once more go up against Wilson Fisk as they continue to battle for Hell's Kitchen. It's going to get bloody, and we couldn't be more excited. Next up, Andrew Garfield reacts to Charlie mocking his Spider-Man. First up, Charlie roasts his friend. It all went down at the recent GQ Men of the Year event. Charlie Cox was in attendance, and he looked as handsome as ever. While we were all good to have Charlie's dashing looks as the highlight of the night, the real kicker came when the MCU actor took the stage to honor his friend and fellow superhero actor. Talking about Andrew Garfield, Charlie Cox said, "One of, if not the greatest actor of our generation." Well, he can say that again, but that's not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about how Charlie said that Andrew had secured his legacy as the third greatest Spider-Man of all time. Yes, the Daredevil actor really went there. Now, what does Garfield have to say? Of course, Andrew had something to say about what Cox said. In a video posted on British GQ's TikTok, the Spider-Man actor reacted to Charlie mocking his Spider-Man. Interestingly, Andrew's not mad. He's just laughing at Cox's playful jokes, as is the rest of the audience, which happens to include Star Wars actor John Boyega. Now, the reason why Andrew didn't mind Charlie's jokes is that these two go way back. The pair were living together when they were up-and-coming actors 14 years ago. Now, what else did Cox say? Charlie was up on that stage for a long time, and he said more than that. He recalled a conversation with a friend of his about the seemingly limitless talents of Andrew. Charlie asked his friend and himself if there was anything this man couldn't do. His friend replied, "Yes, there is. Garfield can't sing." The two remembered how the young actor butchered "The Rhythm of Life" from the film Sweet Charity during one of his drama school auditions. Interestingly, the story didn't end there. Charlie further said, "So you can imagine how thrilled we were when we found out he had committed himself to a project that couldn't possibly succeed." He's talking about the all-singing, all-dancing Tick Tick Boom. Looks like Andrew has come a long way from his drama school audition days, and we couldn't be happier. Garfield later went on stage and thanked Charlie for his words. In his moving speech, he talked about how terrified he was to be standing in front of a room of people he's admired for the last 20 years. The Hacksaw Ridge actor mentioned Ben Whishaw, Louis Theroux, and Stormzy as the people who inspired him when he was young. Let's just say it was a night to remember for the 39-year-old. He showed up to the event dressed in all black, and you can bet we're still swooning over the pictures. He sure knows how to pull off a look. Finally, let's take a look at the reactions to Andrew's Spider-Man. While Charlie only made his comment as a joke, Andrew's no stranger to these kinds of criticisms. The Amazing Spider-Man films have been put through the ringer with Marvel fans complaining that Andrew's Spider-Man was not nerdy enough. But you can bet that everyone was jumping out of their seats when they saw him on their screens in No Way Home. Because say what you want about Webb's films, it was still nice to go back to the good old days. Now, the only question that remains is whether Garfield will wear the superhero suit again. again? Unfortunately, that's a no. Earlier in February, the actor revealed that he had no plans to play the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man again. He just feels far too old for it. We know it's disappointing news, but you know what we say, always hope for the best. With Marvel venturing into the multiverse more and more, there's a good chance that Marvel execs might just be able to bring back Andrew for one more cameo or two. Fingers crossed. Alright, that's a wrap for this video. What do you think about the new love triangle? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Bye now.